episode number 11. It is May 23rd, 2023. Yesterday we had a swing and a miss on Texas. Dunning pitched well, it's just Texas didn't hit. They didn't decide to hit till the end of the game when it was too late. Swing and a miss. What happens? Can't win them all. That's the truth of sports betting. Nothing, no one ever has won them all. So keep that in mind when you guys are doing this stuff. This is an investment based style of gambling. You're not trying to win it all at once. But with that said, yeah, just a miss. No excuses for it. Sometimes they don't win. Sometimes you're just wrong. And I was just wrong yesterday. I don't think there was anything special that happened or anything. I think I just picked wrong. So, let's talk about yesterday's Western Conference Final game. It ended pretty close. Like it was a 2-point game. LeBron had a shot at the end. Got tied up by the Nuggets and stuff. Didn't really get a real shot off. But no, Nuggets. Big shout out to the Nuggets. I'm a big Nuggets fan, guys. I'm a Nuggets guy. I'm a Colorado everything sports, so I like the Broncos, the Nuggets, the Rockies, the Avalanche. I'm a Colorado fan, so yeah, just cool to be to our first conference finals. I mean, at 3-0, we were going to go no matter what at that point. Yeah, it just depended on which game we won, but it's cool to sweep them. I think we saw some stuff in that series that it just finally has happened. LeBron can't carry a team all by himself no more. Plus, there's other teams that are good now. The Nuggets are good. Truth is, the Nuggets with a 2-time MVP, I feel like Jokic is showing that it's not fluky that he's an MVP. That he's averaging a triple double in the playoffs and broke a Wilt Chamberlain record. And guys, make no mistake. If you break any record that Wilt Chamberlain has, you've done something in the NBA. If you don't believe me, go look up at Wilt Chamberlain's records or all the second places he's in now. Hello, David Smith. Wilt Chamberlain was a different level of basketball when he played. There was nobody really like him at that point. So, any record you break that Wilt Chamberlain held, you did a good thing. You are really, really good at basketball. So, now impressive win there. I was actually on the Denver team total on that one yesterday. It barely got there, but it got there. And then 2 props, one missed by a hook, the other one won. So, anyways, we're going back to the basketball today. Let's go to the Miami and Boston game, which is also a closeout game if Miami wins. Will also be a sweep if Miami wins. And Miami's actually favored in this one, which in the last one they weren't favored, and I didn't know why they did that, so we got on that. They're favored by a point to all the way up to 2 points in some places. This one's a little different because I do think Boston can win a game against Miami with their stars. They could have one day where they both go for 30 or 40 and they win. Will they? I don't know. It's hard to beat playoff Jimmy. It's hard to beat that Miami zone. And the truth is Miami's just a bad matchup for the Celtics. It's not that they're more talented than the Celtics. It's the system and that zone defense Miami runs, led by Butler and Adebayo. It's a bad matchup for what the Celtics like to do. The Celtics like to shoot a lot of three-pointers and then rely on Brown and Tatum to kind of do the rest. Well, Miami has two guys that can guard Brown and Tatum, and they can guard them on the perimeter, and so it causes them problems as far as being able Boston being able to manufacture their normal offense. It just causes them a lot of problems because outside of that, Boston has no true scoring type big men, and Adebayo is a scoring big man. So on the other end of the court, Boston doesn't really have an answer for him, and so and plus when you have days when some role player shoots 9 out of 11 from 3 or whatever it is, Gabe Vincent shot last game, you're going to win those games just by default because you have one guy that just does something crazy. So, But we're going to that game. So Miami has scored 23, 100, 123, 111, and 128. That's what they've scored in the first three games. The team total for Miami is at 108.5. So that is 3 points under even their average for the season. But also, as you can see in this series, it was 3 points under their lowest scoring game. The rest of their games were in 120s. I think this Miami team total over 108 is the spot to be on in this one. Even in a loss, Miami could still cover that. So that's where I'm at today is Miami team total minus 108.5. I got it at 115 juice. I don't have any idea if it's changed or not. I didn't look, but I bet it at 115. I just think that's a lot of as people refer to it as line value, right? You have line value in comparison. I know some people look at line value as just from one book to the next, or from open to close. But sometimes line value can be found in a team's average versus what the line is coming out at. It doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes, and so there's value there. And that's what I see here. I think there's at least a 3 pointer worth of value here. Plus, Boston is going to push the pace in this one to score. So I think Miami will match that pace and score a lot of baskets too. It's actually not that crazy of a number to get to 108. If you think about it, if you have 27 four times, that's 108. So as long as Miami averages 27 in every quarter and then has one quarter that has 28 in it, they win. They win this bet. So it's actually not 108 is actually pretty low for a team total, for a good team. So that's where I'm at today. I like this Miami team total over 108.5. I think it's a pretty easy play. As far as the success rate of it will be very high. I think we'll probably, if I was going to put a success rate on this, I would put it at like 85% of the time they've probably scored that many points. I didn't go look over the course of the season how many times they've scored that, but their average is 111 point something. So they've done it a lot. They've scored that many points a whole bunch of times. So there's a good chance that that one succeeds. So that's where I'm at today on that. As far as that goes, it looks like obviously we're going to have a Miami Nuggets final. The Miami, if they don't win today, they are going to win one out of the next four games. So they're going to go and face the Nuggets. Miami wants to win today. If they give the Nuggets a whole week of rest that they don't get, like if Miami wins in 6 and they give the Nuggets a whole extra week of rest and preparation time and all that, that's bad news for them. So we'll be looking at that. In fact, if that happens, we will be on the Nuggets in game one, because it's just you have extra days to prepare. And the Nuggets are preparing for Miami, make no mistake. They have no inclination to prepare for Boston. No one's ever come back from down 0-3, so they're not going to think it's going to happen this time. Sorry, my washer is going. Hello, all as well. But, yeah, that's where I'm at on this one, guys. I like that Miami team total. I like it a lot. I mean, I got money on it, and I got money on it right when I saw it because I didn't want that line to move on me at that lower end of that line. So I jumped right on that. I do like some props in this game too, but again, if you want to see all that stuff, guys, you got to get my package at $25 a month. It's not expensive. That's not a lot. I've made way more than that for you on here, I imagine, if you've even been betting $10 bets. If you want to check it out and get the rest of my plays, plus I have some MLB plays daily. Lately, I've been on a pretty good run. After kind of a down run, I've been on a pretty good run lately. I mean, and my live picks have been hitting pretty regularly. Guys, it's just a good run here right at the end of the NBA season, heading into the All-Star break for basketball. A little bit of hockey thrown in there because, hockey playoffs and finals are going as well. Yeah, it's just been a really, really solid little run of the last, let's say, 5 days. Has just been very profitable. And another thing, guys, I want to point this out, and I've said this on my craps videos plenty of times, but when you're on your good runs and you're making money, you should use that money for something. Use that money to go buy something because you want to make that win tangible. You don't want it to just be numbers on a computer screen on your betting website. It's not actually tangible then if it's just in that account. Make that into something real. So when you have a good run and let's say you have a week and in your week you go up $500. Take some of that money on, buy something. Because if you're just building your bankroll, eventually, what are you doing it for? Because you're not, if you're never using it for anything, then why are you doing it? So I like to use my wins. I'm not building a bankroll. I don't even do that in that sense. I pull my winnings out, guys. I keep the same bankroll basically all year usually. Um, maybe with some slight fluctuation if I want to go from, like, let's say I start the year at $50 bets and I'd like to make $75 bets. I may let a little money build up in there to cover that. But as far as just building it up and building it up and building it up, I don't do that. I used to do that, but I don't do that now. I buy stuff with it. Like, I might go buy like 5 tools I need, that I don't have. I might go buy, you know, my kids' TVs, stuff like that. I go and make it tangible. So when I'm looking around my house, I'm looking around my property, and I look at my truck and I see the tires on it that were paid for by sports bets. And that's the kind of stuff that I do. And that's what I think separates guys that do do this well from guys that just do it, or from bettors that end up losing it all because they don't ever make their money into real things. And I don't understand that. So my suggestion to everybody is, when you get your profits, when you go up two, three, $400, whatever it is, $1,000, do something with it. Buy something with it. Go on a cruise. I don't know. What do you do? Go play craps. That is amazing, Vince. I can't believe that more people haven't caught on to that. I've never played um, that online live dealer craps. I've never played it, or never been involved with it. I tend to stay away from online gambling as far as um, table game type gambling, because I don't really trust it. Um, that My washer is getting louder. I didn't realize it was going to do all this. So if that's being too loud, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, but where I'm at today, guys, I don't like that sound. So Miami team total over 108.5. That's where we're at tonight. Again, like I said, use your profits for something tangible. Make them real. Turn them into a actual item of some kind. No, that's really cool, man. And again, guys, thank you for your time. This is Jacob from Wager Me This. You guys have a great day.